On today's show, I'm giving away cash, I'm getting you ready for the weekend, and we're digging into the deep recesses of my mind. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Friday, September 20th. We're in beautiful Wisconsin. I hope it's beautiful where you're at. But today we've got an important episode of Coffee with the Coach. It's my favorite show. It's where we sit down, we have a cup of coffee, and we break down some important things that you may or may not need to get you ready for the weekend so you can use it the right way and not be used by it. Now, today we're going to do the show a little differently. We're going to talk about some things that are important that have just been weighing on my mind that I want to get off my chest. I think they're really going to help you guys out. And then towards the end of the show, we put it at the end so you have to watch the whole deal. We're going to give away some cash to some lucky winner who reviews this, and we'll get to that later on in the show. But let's break right into the show. Guys, it's the weekend. It's the weekend, and a lot of people on the weekend. Today, actually, you know what I mean? It is the weekend, right? It is the weekend. You guys will get that at some other point. It's the weekend, and that means that a lot of people are retreating. They're relaxing. They're hanging with family. Not that that's a bad thing, but they've given up on their goals, unfortunately, and they're just going to enjoy the weekend and entertain themselves the entire time. Now, that also means that the weekend is your biggest opportunity to get ahead of the competition. This weekend is a big opportunity for you to hit some of those goals that you want to hit, to write down some of those goals you want to hit, and to make progress, to learn, to study, to educate yourself, to get better, to put yourself in a better financial situation, to improve your relationships, to work on your fitness. And if you're crazy like me and you want to work on your faith, the weekend is another great time to do it. So I don't want you to approach the weekend lightly. The weekend is the opportunity for you to grow, to learn, to get better, and that's what I want you guys to take out of this show and always be encouraged and rejuvenated and energized and motivated to go get your money right, to go get your game right, to go get your body right every single weekend. Now, the first thing I wanted to cover today, being broke is awesome. Being broke is awesome because you've got nothing to lose. Being broke is awesome because you'll be ultimately motivated to improve yourself, to read the books you need to read, to get around the people you need to be around, and to get to where you need to be. You have to stop looking at broke as a bad thing. Broke can be the best thing ever because when you're broke, you've got nothing to lose and everything to gain. So those of you who are getting ready for the weekend, you're getting ready for the week, and you're like, man, my bank account's not looking the way that it should be. Remember, you're in the best situation you could possibly ever be in because the sky is the limit. It's time for you to go take action and absorb the brokenness. Embrace the brokenness and go reach for your greatness. Dang, that wasn't bad. That could be, how many do you think that was?
That was under a minute.
Under a minute, ladies and gentlemen. That's good. We'll use that as a piece later on in the week. See, we're trying to leverage our time a little bit better here at the old Top Shop. And each thing we're talking about today is just kind of weighing on my mind. So again, we're just having coffee. We're just hanging out today. You guys may be at work right now, or you may be watching this. If you're at work and you're watching this, you may not be at the job you love. What do you think about that? You may not be at the job you love. People are feeling good. People are bumping Drake out here. Everybody's in a good mood. It's the weekend. I hope that they're bumping it and going somewhere to make to stack some dough or get some things done, but that may not be the case. Now here's this. Guys, we're having fun today. It's Friday. Britt's laughing. Blake's in the background laughing. We're having a good time. Here's what I want to talk about. What does showing up say about you? Showing up. Showing up when you're sick. Showing up when you don't want to show up. Showing up when you don't want to hit the workout. Showing up at home when your relationship's not going the way you want it. Showing up to work when your last client didn't sign up or didn't close with you. Showing up says you're ready to keep pushing forward. Showing up says a lot about you. Every time you show up, it makes you look like you're ready. It makes you look like you want to advance. It makes you look like you want to get better and improve. But you have to show up with the right attitude. So while showing up is important, showing up with the right juice, the right energy, the right aura about you is one of the most important things you can do in your job, your business, your faith, your fitness, your family, and your finances. So always show up, but make sure you show up correct. You got to show up. You got to show up. You guys got to show up. I almost skipped the beat. I got to admit right now, to be honest, guys, we've shot a lot of stuff today. We've done a lot of stuff today. I'm a little gassed. But this coffee right here, this cold brew from Starbucks, I think might bring me back up into the game. Because I love this show, because it's a chance for me to just kind of get some things off my chest and help you guys out. And oddly enough, I usually don't think that other people are really relating, but I've been getting messages. I've had people showing up because of things that we're putting out there. Just ran into a former client here, and they said, man, the things you're doing, we really like. We really appreciate it. So I know some of you guys are watching and you love it, and that's what it's all about. That's why we're doing it. Here's another thing I want to talk about. It's important. I got to lean in for this one. It's so important to know yourself. To know you, know what you like, know what you don't like, know your strengths, know your weaknesses, know who you want to be and who you don't want to be, know who you want to be with and who you don't want to be with. Unfortunately, I've heard a lot of people talking to me about relationships lately, and a lot of the people want a relationship so bad that they might be willing to just accept anyone who's willing to come their way, and you don't want that. You see, when you're looking for someone else to complete you, it's never going to work. When you look for someone else who can complement you, your relationship will be a million times better. But in order for you to know what will complement you, you have to know who you are. So if a relationship is your main goal right now, you want to get a relationship, you want to be in a relationship, it's really important to you, my advice to you is skip the relationship and get to know who you are. Get to know what makes you tick. Get to know what makes you weak or think in areas where someone else, you need that person to complement you and make you better, not to complete you. If someone else is completing you, that means that you're not whole. In any relationship you go into, that you're not whole, whether it be business or whether it be love or anything like that, is not going to be a good one. So make sure you find someone who complements you, not someone who just completes you. Oh, that was deep. Like I said today, guys, we're going to be getting into some deep stuff here. I'm not going to chew up a million hours of your time this Friday, but I wanted to make sure I could get some of this stuff over to you because I think that it might help you out. Here's another thing. In life, there's some people you really have to be careful with, and those are people who are impressed by what you have. See, people who are impressed by what you have, they're not truly impressed by you. They're just impressed by some of the possessions or maybe the status that you have in life or maybe the level that you are in life. They're really not your fan. They're literally just waiting for the opportunity to boo you. They're cheering you now, but eventually they'll boo you. They're not really in your corner. They're not really supporting you. They're not really a friend. They're not really somebody who values you. You have to be careful and be mindful of those people who are just impressed by your possessions or your status, or where you're at in life. Be careful, guys. Be careful. Deep. Britt's like, dang, Britt's taking notes. She's like, first I want to get out of here, but that was all right. That was all right. It wasn't bad. What do you think about that one, B?
That one hit good.
You gotta be careful by that.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't be impressed by what other people got.
It's like new content. I've never heard you say that.
Occasionally I have a few good ones up my sleeves. Now here's another. Hey, if you're anxious and you're depressed, it's Friday. If you're anxious or you're depressed lately, don't bottle it up. Don't go it alone. That's the worst thing you can do. Now, the hardest thing in the world when you're struggling with something, no matter what it is to share it with someone else because you're showing your weakness. And unfortunately, as human beings, we all want to try and look so strong even when we're feeling weak. And last week, I posted some things and I put some things out there because I don't know, they were weighing on me. I think it was God kind of working through me. And a lot of people responded to it because I was just trying to encourage people. And you'd be shocked at how many people are going through some really hard times. They've been taking some L's. They're a little stressed out. They're down on themselves. Talk to people. Don't talk to just anybody either. Talk to some people who actually truly care. You know that the type of person they are. Because if you talk to someone else, they may judge you. They may make you feel embarrassed. But if you talk to someone like me, I'm so jacked up, dude. I'll just talk with you because we're in the same boat. We all have problems. We all have issues. I think it's really important for you to find people who you can trust, who can not only listen to you, but also maybe find some solutions for you and kind of talk you out of that anxiety and talk you out of that depression and talk you out of that worry. Don't go it alone, guys. Don't go it alone. That's deep. That's deep. Now here, this is the one I've been the most excited about, so we're going to switch gears for a second because now we're on to the next one right now in editing mode. The next one is this. Here, you guys are focusing on the first outcome too much. What are you talking about, Brett? Well, just follow me for a second here. We might have to put an infographic up right here. I like it.
Let's do it.
The first outcome. What's the first outcome if you eat ice cream and a burger and you drink beer and you don't train that day? What's the first outcome? You got to relax, you got time off, you had some good food. Now what's the second outcome? Stomach ache? Stomach ache probably. Maybe your pants don't fit so good anymore. Maybe you're not feeling as confident. Maybe you skip your workout the next day because you're feeling so lousy. First outcome wasn't so good. Now here, let's look at the flip side of that. Let's say you start working out. What's the first consequence of working out?
Pain.
You have to invest time. It's painful. It's hard. You don't know what you're doing. It's a new routine. But what are the second and third and fourth outcomes?
Feel good.
Feel good. You look more attractive. Your energy's higher. You feel more self-confidence. You guys have to stop focusing on the first outcome. If you want to make more money, that might require you to give up your weekend. Now, what do you first look at when you got to give up Friday, Saturday, and Sunday? Dang, I'm losing the whole weekend. But what's the second, third, and fourth outcome? You make more money, you get closer to your goals, you feel more progress, which makes you happy. A lot of times I feel like life is almost throwing you a trick question. It's almost throwing you a curveball to see if you'll take the bait. The bait is always that first outcome from whatever you're doing, whether it's good or bad. Make sure that you start to think beyond the first outcome and think about what could happen second or third or fourth by me doing this one thing. It can happen with a good thing too, or it could happen with a bad thing. If you go out on the weekend and you get drunk, it may be fun for a little bit, but the next day you're going to be feeling pretty lousy. Life will trick you guys. Make sure you're focused on the right outcomes, not the wrong ones. I like that one. I like that one. I don't know if I hit it the way that I really wanted to hit it, but it was okay. I think we'll give you guys a little something you can follow. Now, hey, it's Friday. We tried to share some things to help you guys out. We hit a bunch of little different things. There was no one topic that we wanted to share today. We gave you a bunch of good stuff. So what I want you to do, here's what I want you to do. We're going to do a giveaway. We're going to give away $25. Somebody gives a really good answer, we might give away more. We might give away 50, 100, $1,000 if it's really good. If it's really good. Britt's like, well, I'll be entering this giveaway now that the stakes are a little bit higher. But if you guys, I want anybody who watched this show to watch a show and then take their phone out, pick their phone up and do a little selfie video and say which part of the show helped them out and why it helped them out. And all you have to do is tag Topline and tag at Mr. Brett Summers on Instagram. You do that, you're going to get entered into a giveaway. And if a few people have good answers, we'll give away a bunch of money today. It's Friday. We're all living on the edge. I can help you start your weekend out with a nice, maybe a nice late night movie and a small popcorn at the theater, because I'm sure it's about 10, 15 bucks now just for a little buttered popcorn. Actually, I wouldn't recommend that. If you want popcorn, maybe stay off of that. Just bring the popcorn to me. I'll eat it for you. But I'm glad you guys tuned in today. It's Friday. That means you have 3 days of opportunity, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, to get better, to improve your life, to improve your situations and your circumstances, and get ready for an awesome week next week. We're getting close to October. The Packers are playing. We got a lot of good things going on, not only at Topline, but just in general. Fall is just a cool time of year. A lot of people love it. I hate it, to be honest with you. School, it just reminds me of school. It makes me sick just thinking about school. The weather's changing. Summer's gone. To me, it's like the sky is falling, but I bet a lot of you guys are excited about there because fall is a lot of people's favorite time of year. So spend your weekend getting ready for it, enjoy it, and reach out. Let us know if you enjoy the show. Like, comment, share, do whatever you got to do. We just want to hear what your input is. Have an awesome weekend. We'll talk to you guys soon.